Hello, good tidings, and everyone who has come to join me on this evening, kings and queens alike. It is I, Lord Wolf, the collector of many fine items, and of course, it is time for another exciting episode of Figure Friday. Oh, yes, it is that special time of the week where we spend some, quality time together, and we basically nerd out at all things figure, Funko, merchandise, memorabilia, related to all kinds, shapes, colors, and sizes. Best believe anything of that sort you're gonna find right here on this channel. Now we're coming at you live not only from YouTube but also from TikTok as well. And just so you know that I appreciate you guys so much. But before we get into the nitty gritty of the evening, please do me a favor and go grab yourself something to drink, grab yourself something to drink. I'm sorry, something to eat or a snack if you want to, because I want you guys to be as, at ease and chill as possible, because as you know, this is a green zone. Everybody here is welcome. And don't worry about me. I had my food not so long ago. It was some delicious Subway, and I don't care what anybody says. Dude, Subway is good. I don't care. And chilling tonight with some delicious Dr. Pepper. Goodness gracious, that's good. Now, again, I also want to reiterate one tiny little thing. The music that you guys are hearing in the background, if you guys can hear it, I own no rights to the beats, the lyrics, the images, the characters, none of that. I'm simply using it for, aesthetic purposes, no other reason. So please don't report me for copyright infringement. I mean, I already got one of my posts taken down today by TikTok just because they claimed that it was copyright, which makes no sense because I've seen like so many other people use the exact same video that I was using today, and yet it's still up. And I'm talking about this dates all the way back to last year. It doesn't make any sense. But I mean, it's TikTok, so what are we gonna do, honestly? I use Mortal Kombat theme song in my posts, and I never got copyright. I think that's because, like, probably because the Mortal Kombats, they have like a pretty deep connection, or something like that. When it comes down to the theme song and the copyrights with TikTok or something like that, or they have rights to it, licenses. I honestly don't know. I mean, TikTok is strange. I mean, I know we can't judge them because they're the company who controls so much right now, but I mean, it's okay. It's okay, because we're gonna keep going, and we're not gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep going. Do I have a Twitch? Yes, actually, I do. The link is in my bio for my TikTok. You're more than welcome to go grab a look, see if you want to. But as you can see, folks, we have hit that 3-minute marker, so we are going to go ahead and get started. I want to say hello and welcome back for those who are just joining us on this fine Friday evening. Or if you're watching this as a highlight, welcome as well. I'm obsessed with my Green Ranger profile picture for real. Oh, well, I mean, I appreciate that, really. Dark Garo, what's up, man? How you doing? Good evening. You're just in time. So, for tonight's episode, I'm actually going to be, have I heard of Kamen Rider? Oh, most definitely, dude. Most definitely. I mean, I know Kamen Rider and I know Super Sentai as well. Trust and believe. I know both of them very well, very extensively. And, now that I think about it, I think back in the day when I was a little younger, I want to say I actually did have a Kamen Rider figure. I honestly, I cannot remember, honestly. Yes, I know Power Rangers too. Oh, yes, I know Power Rangers. Like, it's like a second religion for me, honestly. I grew up with Power Rangers. Have I seen the new series? No, I have not, but I will definitely check it out. Trust and believe, you have my word on that. I will definitely check it out. What was that? Oh, yes. So we're going to get into the nitty gritty of this evening. Again, Dark Girl, thanks so much for the follow. I invite you guys to please sit back, relax, kick your feet up, take a deep breath, and just chill and mellow out with your boy, because as you know, it's just you, me, and the merchandise of tonight. Yo, Dark Girl, thanks so much for joining the team, man. Welcome. You're member number 6. That is what's up, dude. Thank you so much for joining. But tonight's episode, I will actually be regaling you with the introduction to a story of adventure, love, heartbreak, and dragons. So, again, strap in, folks, because we're introducing two names that will forever be etched in stone. So, with that being said, folks, I'd like to introduce our first guest of the evening, who had so much weight thrust upon his shoulders from a very young age, and of course, due to the simple fact that that he was killed at the hands of his own men, and believe it or not, he basically came back to life and sat up and took his revenge. Mystic Force. I didn't get a chance to watch Mystic Force, but I do know that the Tubi app has all the Power Ranger episodes and series, if I remember right. So I will definitely go over there and have a look there. So, with that being said, folks, oh, with the jellyfish! Oh my goodness! Thank you so much for the jellyfish, yo! Oh my goodness, those were really cool. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, honestly, I had never seen it before. Can I touch said jellyfish? Can I put out? Dang! I'm sorry. It's just looks so cool, honestly. But again, back to our first guest of the evening. Ladies and gents, please give a big Wolfpack welcome to Mr. Jon Snow. Yes, that's right, folks. You heard me right. The King of the North has decided to grace us with his presence. And of course, he has allowed me to share in his story. Okie dokie. Yes, indeed. Lovely, lovely, lovely. There he is. Check him out. And as you can see, he is sporting his trademark attire, of course, and of course the symbol of House Stark right there on his center chest plate. Let me show you guys here. Okay. Oh, excuse me. And I need to apologize right now to everybody on YouTube right now. I don't know why it's being so glitchy. I really don't know. God, I am so sorry. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. But so allow me to tell his story. He does come with a couple of accessories, but don't get me wrong. We're going to get into that, but let me tell you a little bit about his story here. So in the beginning, he's actually presented as what's known as the bastard son. Apologies for saying that word. Just saying TikTok. Don't come after me, please. Of Lord Eddard Stark, who's actually Lyanne's brother and was raised alongside Eddard's lawful children in the city of Winterfell. Now, John's, true parentage and true history is actually kept secret from everyone, including John himself. But it's actually done so in order to protect him from those that actually sought to find, who sought the complete and utter annihilation of House Targaryen. But only because he was actually born under a different name. And that name, folks, is Aegon Targaryen. Yeah, and that's actually after the late prince of the Dragonstone. My apologies. And now, we fast forward a few years. He's kind of just barely entering into his adulthood, and he later actually joins the Night Watch and is later elected as Lord Commander. Now, as a result of several just controversial decisions, such as allowing wildlings to settle south of the wall, John is actually murdered in a mutiny. But actually, again, that wasn't his fault. His men couldn't see eye to eye with him. Certain men. My apologies. And he's actually resurrected by the Red Priestess Melisandre. Thanks so much for the heart. Appreciate you so much. Love you. But in that moment, he was freed from the Night Watch vows. John and his half sister Sansa Stark actually ended up retaking Winterfell from House Bolton. And of course, in doing so, they restored House Stark's dominion over the North. And John is actually declared king in the North and during that whole process. But when John actually ended up negotiating with a certain fiery white-haired lady for an alliance against what's known as the White Walkers in the imminent Great War. And if you guys don't know what a Night Walker is, they're probably some of the most devious creatures you'll probably ever run across. I'm not going to lie. But when we fast forward a little bit more, where he pledges himself and his army to that same fiery whitehead with whom he ended up falling in love with. Subsequently, abdicating his throne and being named Warden of the North instead. But again, this is all for good reason. He has his reasons, so please, we don't question Lord Snow. We don't do that. And when later, actually, he found out about his true lineage from Samuel Tarly, who was a very trusted and good friend of his, who he met in the Night Watch. He actually revealed that that fiery whitehead is actually his aunt. I know it's certain. It caught everybody off guard because I said no, because he fell in love with her and he got in bed with her. Oh my goodness! But I mean, honestly, in the world of Game of Thrones, nothing is off limits. I mean, you could probably gather that from the very first episode. Just saying, just saying. But anyways, he ended up knowing that she was a dragon rider whose dragon was known as Rhaegal, and of course, he actually ended up fighting in the Battle of Winterfell, in which, of course, the Night King, who is the leader of the White Walkers, was defeated, and of course, the return of the Long Night is actually prevented. And afterwards, when Jon actually aided his aunt in her resumed, campaign to take the Iron Throne and participate in the Battle of King's Landing. However, when my apologies, when his aunt lays waste to a surrendered King's Landing, Jon tries to try to reason with her, but unfortunately is unable to dissuade her from more destruction and just bloodshed. So he had to take matters into his own hands, and he ended up assassinating her to prevent further carnage. Now, don't worry, he did survive. But when we follow the Great Council into the Dragon Pit area, Jon is actually ended up being sent into exile, where he returned to the Night's Watch. And ultimately, he stayed there for the remainder of his years, and he leads the remaining free folk to settle in the thawing free lands outside the wall. Sheesh. Now, I did find out some pretty interesting fun facts about this guy, about Jon Snow. But before we get into that, I want to share the little trinkets that he comes with. And of course, one key thing about Mr. Jon Snow is that what is Lord Snow without his faithful weapon, the long sword? And of course, the one thing I like about this blade is that yes, it's a beautifully crafted piece, but I love the fact that the handle right here, it's actually in the form of a wolf. It's really cool, honestly. And of course, I guess you could say it matches the ring. Oh goodness. Oh yeah, and he does come with another little accessory here. Can I get it out? Or oh man, I wish they wouldn't put the devil's tape on everything, dude. Really. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Check that out. And then, yes, it is a dagger, but it's actually got very special properties because, as it turns out, the metal or the material that was used in this dagger is called dragon glass, and it was really the only thing that was ever used and that had the ability to defeat a White Walker. Whereas any other weapon known to man, whether it be sword, axe, blunt weapon, it wouldn't stand up to the Night King or his many cronies because it would literally shatter against their skin. Now, I don't really understand what made dragon glass so special, other than the fact that it was made from the scales of dragons. So I mean, but I understand because that's really cool. But oh yes, I did find out some pretty interesting facts about him. For example, because as you guys know, he was part of House Stark as that family, and the fun fact is that he actually had 5 half siblings, including Sansa Stark, Robb Stark, Arya Stark, Brandon Stark, and Rickon Stark. Which again, he treated them as family because he saw them as family because he grew up with them before learning his true history. And oh yeah, and did you guys know that he was actually a very well-respected medical apprentice at the age of 14? And that's pretty impressive in my opinion, because just at the age of 14 and you already know how to take care of folks, that's a W in my book, honestly. Okay, and probably the most interesting fact that I found out about him is the fact that he has the unique ability to actually enter into the mind of his direwolf, which I thought is insanely cool because basically he can go into the mind of his direwolf and see through his eyes, see through his adventures, or even then he could. I mean, I don't know if he could make him wolf. Sorry, make the wolf act on his own actions. Who knows? Who knows? Honestly, I think it's really cool. Um, but of course, oh yeah, and I do believe, yep, he does. He comes with a collectible stand, which of course it says Game of Thrones on it, which is really cool. And don't worry, I probably will end up using it. Honestly, not that I don't think that he can stand on his own 2 feet, but honestly, even kings of the north need a little bit more support. Okay, you guys good? I want to make sure you're good before we continue. Make sure you're hydrating, okay? Please make sure you're hydrating. Delicious. Ooh. Thanks so much for the likes, you guys. Oh my god, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for the likes. I don't know if anybody's ever told you today, but in case nobody has, I want you guys to know that I am proud of you. Yes, I am talking to you. You. I'm proud of you, and don't ever forget that, okay? Okay, dokie. Put that right there. Okay, dokie. Cool. All right. I love this shirt. Oh yeah, I love this shirt too. I found it on Amazon. It says, "I'm not procrastinating. I'm doing side quests." Okay, now so I hope you guys are ready because we're going to be heading into a similar direction as we introduce our special female guest of the evening, and I'm quite certain you guys know who I am speaking of, simply because she actually walked away from literally being burned alive and engulfed in flame, and she mothered three of the most dangerous creatures throughout history, honestly. So please, ladies and gents, give me one more big wolf pack welcome to Miss Lady Daenerys Targaryen. Yes, indeedy, folks. The mother of dragons has thankfully flown in for tonight's special episode and thankfully gracing us with her presence and telling her dragons, to wait outside and keep watch, long enough just for me to, you know, for just to, long enough for me to, tell her story as well as, I'm sorry. Okay, perfect. There we go. Shoo-wee! Look at her. There she is, folks. Lady Daenerys Targaryen. This blonde, white-haired bombshell here. Yes, it's true. She's done some terrible things, honestly, but I'm honestly very happy to have her as part of my pack, honestly. Well, you know what I mean, Lady Targaryen. You're the lady with the dragons here, so please, I just want to talk about, we're here to talk about you. That's it. That's it. Okay, so Lady Targaryen here was actually the only daughter of King Aerys II, and of course Targaryen, and Queen Rhaella, and the younger sister of Rhaegar and Viserys Targaryen. I'm sorry, I forgot first. I almost forgot my House of Dragon episodes for a second. Whoa, sorry for the turbulence here, folks. Oh my god, calm down outside, please. Hey man, them dragons are going crazy. Whew. But anyways, um, the thing about Daenerys here is that she was initially a very timid and obedient youth, but after her marriage to Drogo, she actually gathered the confidence of his Khalasar. And unfortunately, following his death, however, she expanded her dominion into Essos, gaining the loyalty of an army of Unsullied, and actually began liberating Slaver's Bay. And of course, from the Giscari slave masters. Now, during the last war, Daenerys eventually succumbed to the madness of her ancestors after a series of personal losses, grief. I'm sorry, personal losses, grief, and betrayal, and that includes people that were inside of her own ranks, and of course, people outside of her ranks too. Now, I mean, Unfortunately, even though King's Landing had surrendered, she actually ended up razing it to the ground. And of course, she seized power after killing Queen Cersei Lannister, and along with countless common folk. Unable to be dissuaded from further destruction, she was assassinated by Jon Snow to prevent further carnage. And of course, she was later succeeded by Bran the Broken, who was elected by a great council in the Dragon Pit. Phew. I mean, again, I watched every episode of Game of Thrones, and again, I was blown away because, yeah, it's true. It featured, swords, dragons, battles, and I love all that stuff, honestly. And yet, I wonder why I haven't gotten into Dungeons and Dragons because it's pretty much basically the same thing. But I mean, I mean, who knows? I mean, heck. Um, but I did find out some interesting facts about Lady Targaryen here. But before that, she does come with a few accessories here. Oh, the devil's tape is doing overtime today, dude. Woo! Okay. What's that? Let me see that. Okay. Now, there are three of these, but I do believe these are actually like little sigils, if you will. Or honestly, I could be wrong because I actually I forgot to research this part about her history. My apologies, folks. So I'll give you guys a look. It seems to be a horse. There we go. Okay. Oh wait, there's a third one. Oh yeah, there's a third one. Nice. What is it? Oh yeah, it's a little knight helmet. I ain't gonna lie, man, that'd be dangerous to hit somebody with. Sheesh. Okay. So, fun facts about Miss Daenerys here. This one actually pertains to her character in the book because in the book she actually had purple eyes. Yeah, purple irises, and the only reason that is because it's a common trait for those in House Targaryen. And another fun fact is that Daenerys is the only Targaryen known to be able to survive fire. And this, of course, it includes, the main reason why she was able to walk away from that fire that happened in Khal Drogo's campsite. I mean, yeah, she was stripped at the time, but that was only because her clothes had burnt up. Now, probably the most interesting fact, and honestly, this is my favorite fact about her, is it actually pertains to her three dragons. And what that is that her three dragons, they were actually named after her family. For example, one of her dragons named Drogon is actually named after her husband, Khal Drogo. And Viserion, who is the red and gold dragon, is actually named after her brother Viserys, who unfortunately met an untimely end because of Khal Drogo. And the last one you got to remember from Jon Snow's history lesson is Rhaegal, who's actually the green dragon, and that's actually named for her other brother Rhaegar. But we never really see him in the series, so he's more, kind of one of those background characters. But he is there. Don't get me wrong. He is there, honestly. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. Let me get one more swig of this wig here. Lovely. Now, my apologies, folks. Okay. Oh, yeah, she does come with a little collectible trading stand too, just the same thing as Jon Snow. Now, before we get up out of here, folks, I just want to say I appreciate you guys so much for coming out to see me tonight. You guys are amazing. I appreciate y'all so much. Again, I apologize for the lag, YouTubers. I don't know why it's doing that. Honestly, it's ridiculous. But I do look forward to seeing you guys next week for another riveting episode. So as always, folks, stay safe, stay awesome, stay weird, stay yourselves. Feel free to remember to hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, smash that share button, and feel free to sample either one of these fine videos when they do appear as well. So again, stay safe, stay awesome, stay yourselves, be zen, and until next time, guys, peace.